Hi, welcome to my channel. I have managed to amass a huge stockpile of new products to try. These are subscription box items and new things I picked up that I wanted to use, but I have been feeling very unglamorous recently. My skin has just been going crazy. I had to change some medications, so I'm gonna see what happens today and see if we can make some magic happen here. So the first thing I wanted to try, I actually picked up a little bit ago and I just never have found the time to test it out. It is from IT Cosmetics. It is their CC cream. This is actually the CC Plus Illumination. So it is supposed to give you a nice, natural, dewy look. So I am going to try that out and see how it goes. This is supposed to be full coverage. It is not supposed to require a primer, so I have not put one on, but I am otherwise all prepped and ready to go. Ooh, okay, so I didn't realize it actually looks like it comes in a tube, but it actually comes in a pump, which is awesome. I think the pumps keep the product a lot fresher and cleaner and are just a lot nicer to work with. So it is pretty thick. So hopefully that means good things for the coverage we're going to get. Oh, wow. Okay, so yes, this is pretty full coverage for a CC cream. I almost feel like I should be going after this with a beauty blender to smooth everything out, but I am sort of hopeful that I can make it work this way. Okay, this is definitely way fuller coverage than I anticipated. I'm actually not sure I'm going to be able to blend it out smoothly with just my fingers because, yeah, this was not what I thought was going to happen. Let me grab a beauty blender. Okay, or not a beauty blender. This is a NYX makeup blender. The application of water does make this one huge. So let's see what we can do now about blending out this look. Okay, so I am pretty dewy looking here, as you can tell from the, gosh, have I still not got that all blended? My goodness. Okay, so this CC cream ended up being much fuller coverage than I anticipated. It did cover up some pimples and some dark spots way more thoroughly than I have ever seen from a CC cream. So I'm already glad I tried this, although next time I will know to plan. It is almost like a regular foundation. I did decide to try this after I got the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream Moisturizer from BoxyCharm. It actually took me 2 tries to decide I liked that moisturizer. The first time I used it, it made my skin really itchy. And for some reason, after a break of about a week, I decided to give it one more try. And after that, it was fabulous. So I don't know what happened, but I'm really liking it. And so I decided to try this CC cream. I also picked up a sample size of the IT Cosmetics Under Eye Concealer. So I'm not quite sure what to expect now that I have seen how full coverage just the CC cream is, but we will give it a go and see what happens here. Of course, this is just a little sample size tube. This is also extra super thick here. So, and this is in the color Light Fair Neutral. So I'm hoping for the best on color matching. Okay, this is a lot. Okay, so the first thing apparently to know about IT Cosmetics face products is they are not kidding around. This is, my goodness, this is almost as full coverage as Shape Tape, but I think it's actually blending a little better. Yeah, it is not settling in my lines. You can see it's pretty smooth right now under the eye area, which is one of the better results I have gotten with an under eye concealer. All right, well, that little dab ended up being way more than I could possibly have needed, but it has gone on really, really well. I think it has had a very nice brightening effect under the eye. And so now it is time to put some powder on this before everything creases and gets weird. This is actually a sample of the Bella Pierre Cosmetics HD Finishing Powder. I cannot remember what subscription box this came out of, but it did come out of one. It does come with a little tiny puff, though I don't think I will actually be using that. Okay, so I made a little cloud of powder here, but I am going to be putting that on with a brush. Okay, I am super happy about how this powder is going on with the IT Cosmetics concealer. It is very smooth looking and I am super happy with it. Okay, since the illuminating CC cream was a little dewier than I really expected, possibly because it ended up being way more full coverage than I expected, I did go ahead and powder my whole face just to tone that down a little bit. But again, this is really nice looking. I am super impressed that IT Cosmetics Under Eye Concealer may end up being my new go-to product for when I really want a good finish there. So the next thing I am going to do is I am going to put on brows. I do not have a new brow product to try, so I am just going to grab my old standby $1 Miss A brow pencil in caramel, and then I will be right back with you. Okay, here I am back with you, and I have brows on, so I feel a little less naked right now, but we still have a lot more work to do to finish this look. Oh, finally. There has been one little hair that has just been driving me crazy, but it is now behind my ear, so we are ready to rock and roll. Okay, so the next thing I have to... Okay, I cannot stop looking at this finish on this under eye concealer and the CC cream. The illuminating CC cream was way too dewy for me right now when it is 100 degrees outside. I may put that one back for winter when my skin dries out a little bit, but now I want to go grab the regular finish one. I mean, it is just really, really nice. Okay, so now that I am done admiring my new product, I do have a blush product and highlighter. Well, no, not a highlighter. I have a blush product to try. It is from Eyeshadow Cosmetics. I think I got this in my BoxyCharm last month. It does have 3 very nice summery blush shades, and I have not had a chance to try this palette out yet, so we are definitely going to see what we can do with this. I'm feeling like sort of a light summery look, so I think I'm going to go in with Castaway. It is this really light orangey color. Okay, it did pick up really well on the brush. It did end up being just a little bit powdery in the pan after that, but not a huge mess at all. I do like quite a bit of color in my cheeks because otherwise I would look like a vampire at all times. And I do like this color. I think it's just a touch patchier than I like, but oh yeah, it can be blended out, so that's not bad at all. It is a really nice color. I think it's nicely pigmented. I think it's a really nice, natural, summery look, so I'm pretty happy with this. I think I'm actually going to be using this quite a bit more this summer. Okay. Now that we have some blush on, I'm going to grab some highlighter. And I think I am going to go with my favoriteest highlighter ever. It is from ColourPop. It is in the color Pinch Me. However, this is like $10, $12, something like that for this big pot. If that is not something you want to spend, I have also found an almost exact dupe of it from AOA. This is their cream highlighter in the color Wink. Oh, that's a pretty good view right there of the shades. They are almost identical in person. This one might be just a smidge less pink, but they go on and wear just about the same. However, for today's look, I'm going to go with the ColourPop look. It goes on a lot better after I have put on powder. I like to do the other one before I have put on powder. So we will just go for a little hit on the brow bone here and smooth that down. Okay, so the face is finished. It is time to do some work on the eyes. This is definitely from BoxyCharm, but it is a couple months old. I have not had a chance to play with it yet. It is the Pure Festival palette. I haven't tried the Pure eyeshadows before. I have swatched this pan, and they're a little hit and miss. From what I have heard about the Pure eyeshadows, hit and miss pretty much describes them. So it'll be a little interesting to see how these go on. They are largely shimmer and glitter colors, so I think I am going to use my finger just so I can pack them on a little better. So I think to start with, we are going to go with Sunset. It is this, I don't know if it's a shimmer or an overspray. It's a slightly shimmery, satiny, orangey color. So it does pick up pretty well on my finger. When I swatched it, it did take a couple passes. But I am just going to go in and do the center of the eye with this. Okay, so it's got a little grab. It actually goes on pretty well. I did not prime my eyes, but they do have a little bit of the under eye concealer over the top just because I ended up with far more of that on my sponge than I really needed. Okay, and then in the outer corner, I am going to go with Peace. It is this bronzy color. It's the same tone, whatever you want to call it. It's not really a glittery, shimmery color, but it's not matte either. Okay, I'm getting a little mess at the corner of my eye here that doesn't want to blend out very well, so that might take a little cleanup by the time we are finished with this look. And then I am going to go in the inner corner with Free Spirit. It is this lighter satiny color. And then I am going to use Epic here. It is a matte neutral to do the crease. Okay, so those are the colors I'm using. I am going to lean into the mirror and do a little touch up and blend this out. Okay, so here we are with the finished eye look. I actually think it's a good pop of color without being too super overwhelming. It was a little powdery and harder to apply, but I wouldn't say that the formula is a miss. Even some of my favorite eyeshadows have a tendency to get super powdery in bright colors. I do think that I have gone a little too neutral on the inner corner and it's throwing off the look a little bit. So I actually think I am going to go back in with Psychedelic. It is this second one that's a little golder to go over the top there. Okay, I think that looks a lot better. So I am going to stick with those colors. Next, we need some eyeliner. So sticking with my things I have that I haven't managed to use theme, I have a Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. It is, well, I'm not sure what color it is in. However, it is in a nice goldish brown color, and I'm going to go in with this as an eyeliner. I am going to lean out of the frame because I don't see it well enough to put eyeliner on at this distance. Okay, so here we are with the liner. I actually really like the formula. It went on super easy. I am not doing a big winged eyeliner, but it did extend out nicely past the eye with just a little flip. So I really like this. I think the color is great with this kind of bright summery look. It gives a little grounding and puts a little emphasis on the eye without taking away from the pop of color like a super dark liner color would. And then for the last piece of my eye look, I have this Trestique mascara that I received in this month's BoxyCharm. When I opened it, I did not realize it actually came with an eyelash curler attached to it. And as soon as I figure out how to open it, we are going to try this out. Okay, so when the lid comes off and then it flips down and you pull to curl your lashes. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a little scary and I'm going to lean out of the frame to do it, but we are totally going to see how this works. Okay, so it did give it a slight curl. The number one problem is that it is so small. You have to do like 3 curls to go across the eyelash. So you are always pinching or cutting off some section of your lashes. I don't find that awesome. And then the whole handle with the curler comes undone to get the mascara wand. In the middle, otherwise it is a pretty straight wand. Okay, so here we are with 2 passes on the upper lid and 1 on the lower lid. You can see my lashes here. I don't hate this formula. It went on very nice. There's no clumping. It was very easy to apply, easy to get a good look. It does not have the lengthening and thickening effect that I really like in my mascara. It is not going to unseat the Butter London or Il Makiage mascaras I have been using in my everyday routine. However, I mean, I'll use it. I'll probably throw it in my makeup bag just in case I need the teeny tiny curler in a pinch. So from here, all we have left to do is lips. And I have actually been wanting to try this sample I believe I got from Ipsy. It is from Seraphine Botanicals. It is their berry and juice 100% vegan lip gel. Sorry, I couldn't remember how thoroughly I checked out the ingredients on this, and I had to stop and look at them one more time. But here is the color. It is very dark. I am hoping it is going to go with this eye look. Okay, so the color actually seems to look much better on camera than it does in person. Okay, so the coverage actually looks pretty good. It was a pain to put on. It goes on really thin and really dry, so it's hard to spread. I just felt like I was constantly putting more and more on. And also the color is not quite a match. I was hoping for something that would come down a little redder here. It is clearly a hot pink, which I love and I have tons of and will totally not stop me from using it, but it's not quite right for this look. So I'm going to take this off and we will try something else. Okay, so I went digging through my basket of things I still have to try. Ooh, a little smudgy there still from the lipstick. And I saw this orange Pure Makeup liquid lip in the color Foxy that I have not yet tried. It does look like it should be a pretty good match to the eye look. So let's give this a go. Okay, my light seems to be going, but I do like this orange lip with the orange eye a lot better. I don't like how the tip is so angled it barely fits in the container, but otherwise it went on pretty well. It's already drying down nicely. It feels really nice and not overly sticky, so I think this is going to be my look for the day. I'm going to hit it with a little Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And we will call that a win on this look. I do like these products. There are definitely a few of them, especially that eyeliner pencil and the IT Cosmetics products that are going to go in everyday rotation. In fact, I already think I need more of that IT Cosmetics under eye. and the regular finish of the CC cream, because those just went on fabulously. And the sample box products, none of them are totally disappointing. Some of them came out a little different color than I would have hoped for, but otherwise I am super happy. So I will definitely be thinking fondly of these products and putting them into my... Okay, I have no idea what I meant to be saying there, but I don't think there is anything that is not going to go into my regular collection of products, so I think this try-on video was a total win. If you want to see my upcoming videos or some of my future projects, I guess, go ahead, hit subscribe, come back and see me.